Okay, today's video is gonna be a bit different. Lately, I've been having a bad day, and I wanted to talk about it because I haven't been able to sleep since yesterday. And I'm gonna put TF2 in the background so you can see how bad I am a sniper while I'm ranting about my job. So yesterday was my first day working as a security guard at a construction site. Sound normal until I noticed that I have to work there for a full day, and I have a day off after that, but that's not gonna help. That's basically the work schedule. At first I didn't think much about it because they said I can sleep at night, until I realized what they meant by that. It was even worse than my previous job. And talk about my previous job, let's go back in time a little bit for a bit more context. So at my first job, I work as a guard. All I have to do there is to guard the vehicle for the customer and manage them, and sometimes help out the other employee if they need it. Somewhat 5 kilometer over the bridge was a place where the parents take their kids there so they can play, mostly at the weekend. It's like a small entertainment center for kids, but now that I think about it, it was more like a daycare. It also sells food, drinks, and toy. I was lucky being a guard there because I can imagine how hard it is working as one of the staff there. Like, you gotta be careful not to let the kid run into you. Well, you're carrying food and drink on a tray. Reorganize some of the toy after they're done playing with, and keeping watch of the kid in general, just to make sure they didn't cause a ruckus. The work schedule also fucked over my sleep a bit, but not as bad as the current job. I worked there with a 5-hour shift, and it started out with a night shift at Friday, and a day and night shift at Saturday and Sunday. I barely have time for sleeping, eating, and a bath even between those times. Yeah, it stressed me out a little bit, but not too much. I could still manage. But after working there for the first weekend, I realized that not only was I the only guard there, I have to manage all of the vehicle and sometimes overflow to other property as well when there are too many customers, because it's the weekend. And I was paid hourly, so it doesn't even matter how hard I work. So I go through the first month, and my first salary was like $76. The next month I have to do more shift, but it's all business day and only the night shift, and I also got paid more. So yeah, go through that month too, the salary of like $133. Alright, sometime between the second month I got into an accident which almost flipped over my toenail, which really hurt, and it hindered me a bit, but pushed through the month anyway. But then on the next month, it reverted back to just being weekend because summertime is over and kids gotta go to school again, so my salary will go back to being just $76. And so middle of that month, when the shift that week got a bit too busy for me, my employer told me to keep focused and help out the customer. I raised my voice a bit to my employer, and yeah, they didn't like that, so they gave me a week off, which lowered my salary. I was a bit, tired that day, so I couldn't keep my cool down. So after I'm done for the day, on my way home, I got into an accident, and that injured my right arm, unfortunately. So after all that, I thought, you know what, the pay is too unstable, so I quit. Kinda regret that choice now, but what's done is done. And so back to the current job, my dad knew an old friend, and that guy introduced me to this job because I have some experience as a guard, and the pay there was decent too. It was like $265 a month. He said it was an easy and straightforward job, so got my hopes up. I was so wrong back then. There's 3 guards in total for the day. One of them for the parked vehicle, one for the main gate, one for the rest. That's me. To start off the first day, not only was my booth a bit too close to the construction site, but it was kinda dangerous to navigate to there too. The path is not safe, and definitely not approved by any safety standard. And I also have to help out the other guard in case they need me, which is actually mandatory, so this is just like the last time, but worse. Also, future me will show you roughly the site layout so you can have some more context. Okay, future me here. This is the rough layout of the construction site. Here's the gate. There's 3 gates in total. I went on this one mainly, and I also managed the 3rd gate over here on the back side. There's the parking lot, in and out. That's the office. This is just a pile of construction material, as you can see there. Past this line, the terrain is really rough, so you gotta be careful where you're going. You gotta watch where you're going, or else you're gonna, slip and fall. Same here, and it's even worse since there's a bunch of scaffolding part piled up here, with also more construction material just laying out on this pathway. So also they sometimes drop stuff from this building down on this path, so you gotta be really careful or else you might die. Like, I'm not joking, it is that bad. So yeah, traversing this path is not fun. I don't know much about this area since I can't really access it here. It's fucking blocked off. It's probably just more construction material and shit like that. So yeah, that's the rough layout. I sometimes go over here to open the door for like they sometimes take out the trash here, I think. Yeah, if I remember correctly, that's what they do. I don't remember, but anyway, that's roughly the layout. Yeah. So in the morning, everything is normal. They tell me everything I have to know, guide me through basic. Right now, I just have to help out the main gate and processing the ID card for them, making sure that the construction worker uniform have the correct brand and logo. After that, I go back to my booth and keep watch over the gate. I manage 2 gates, here and here, but mainly this one at my booth. And then my job is to close or open the door if needed. At noon, I have to help out the first gate because the construction worker go out and have lunch and rest. After that, I can go back to have my own lunch, and then go back out there again to keep watch for the guy while he go and get his own lunch, and then I can go back. Sometime I have to help out the guy watching the vehicle too. So yeah, in the afternoon, when I was watching the gate in my phone, one of the higher up needed me to open the gate, but thought that I was sleeping on a job, so can you guess what he did trying to wake me up? He shined a freaking laser at my eyes while it was open. Like, dude, you could have just come up and knock on my booth, or shout out, like, what the hell is wrong with you? Luckily, it wasn't a strong one, so I didn't go blind, but screw that guy. At dusk, it was the same as noon. Most of the workers go home, so I have to go out and help out the first gate. So, funny thing I want to mention, when the workers leave, we have to search their body using a handheld metal detector and search their bag and backpack, if they have one, in case they bring something from the inside out. The guy at the main gate said to me that I just have to scan and search their stuff briefly so he can take some picture and make a report. He said that I don't have to do it too thoroughly because we don't want to take anything from the site anyway. Like, aren't we supposed to be security? Or why are we so half-assed about this anyway? So at the evening, same goes for dinner. I go back, eat first, then keep watch for the other guy while he go and get his own dinner, and help manage some vehicle for the other guy too. Like it is already worse than the last job. Not only do I have more work to do, but I also have to help out these two because my booth is not as busy as theirs, so it is mandatory that I have to help them. But we're not done yet. At night is where I can finally have some peace. Or so I thought. In my booth, I have like a makeshift bed made from a table by the guy who worked the opposite day as me. But that didn't really help much since, yeah, see, I can sleep, but every 2-hour interval I have to go around the site and take a picture to make a report, and I have to do this 4 times, so, yeah, how am I gonna sleep if every 2 hours an alarm set off, and I have to go around the site taking a picture to make a report? Like, it can even get worse, because even if I somehow get used to this, there's still a high chance at night a concrete pump truck or a mixer have to go through my gate, and I have to open it while keeping watch, making sure no unauthorized people going in while waiting for those trucks to do their stuff, which can take hours. And there's one more thing I have to worry about: mosquito. At my booth, the ground is uneven and it rains frequently here, so there's a bunch of water puddle, making it perfect breeding ground for mosquito. So yeah, this lasted until tomorrow early morning, when I have to turn off all the light around the site and change shift with the next guy the next day. You know, go home. So yeah, the second day of work start out like the first, but when I go to my booth, the guy on the building, they were dismantling the scaffolding and they were dropping it down piece by piece, so if they haven't shot out to me while I was walking there, you know, there's a high chance one of those pipe could have hit me, so yeah, kinda shit. POV, the pipe on its way to Market Garden me. At noon it's sunny instead of cloudy like yesterday, so I'm at the main gate helping out. It got really hot for me, and I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly I collapsed due to exhaustion. Not only that, but then I have to help out the guy outside carrying some stuff while I'm still exhausted from the heat. At night, things got a bit more interesting since 30 minutes after I've made my first report that night, apparently some construction worker forgot their stuff at the site, so they come back and get it. But the guy at the main gate denied their access, so they argued a bit until one of them grabbed a brick and run at him, threatening to hit him with it. That's all I got from the report anyway. I can't sleep this night either, but it got worse because, as I mentioned before, apparently this day a concrete pump truck and a mixer was needed at my gate, so I have to keep watch of the open gate while having mosquito as company. I also have to open the other gate here, right here, for the dump truck later on too, so yeah, it didn't get any better on the second day. So right now, I just wanted to quit, but then I have to find another job and it's not easy, so yeah, anyway, that's it for today. Have a great day, everyone.